Do you feel the vibes?
Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Nitrostorm here. Just a quick disclaimer, this video will contain spoilers of the manga, and if you don't want that, then don't watch this video. In any case, we're going to be looking into the new manga characters that K-Lab will be releasing in the future from their stream, which are Bankai Kenpachi, Bankai Yachiru Unohana, also known as Retsu, and Shikai Yachiru. So just to get into the mood of things, let's first have a quick look at the specials that K-Lab has released.
避けられぬ定め、一つの時代にケンパチは一人。ブリッジブレイブソウルズ。その力の名前はね、挽回だよ。うわー！出ておいで、散歩拳銃。せーの、ヘイヘイヘイ。挽回、水無月。雑境はこれにておしまい。
So now that you guys have an idea, I'll just be repeating the specials in the background as we talk about them. So the first question that you guys may be asking would be, why are they released now, especially Kenpachi? I've noticed that people may be thinking that Kenpachi was released too early, considering K-Lab announced that they would be releasing 14 total manga characters. But let's have a quick look at the manga. So Bankai Kenpachi was first introduced by Yachiru at the end of chapter 668, but first appeared at chapter 669, where he pretty much wrecks Gerard in that chapter by cutting him in half at the end. But of course that wasn't enough, as the colossal giant managed to survive being cut in half, because you know, a few chapters later at 671 you have Bankai Toshiro and Byakuya's Ika Senjinka. And you know, I'm not really here to talk about the manga itself, I'm just trying to understand K-Lab's actions. But anyway, the reason why Retsu, Unohana and Yachiru are with Kenpachi are pretty straightforward basically. Retsu basically fights Kenpachi for training, and Yachiru, well, everyone knows that she's connected to Kenpachi, and she's the one that made Kenpachi achieve his Bankai form. So now that's out of the way, let's move on to the more fun part, the analysis. So far K-Lab has released 4 manga characters before these 3, which are Shunsui with the speed attribute, Sajin with the mind attribute, Byakuya with the technique attribute, and Toshiro with the power attribute. This would mean that one of the 3 new manga characters will definitely be of heart attribute, while the other 2 will be overlapping with one of the other attributes. But who out of the 3 will be heart? Well, we know for sure that Retsu and Kenpachi would have the highest chances of being mind and heart, considering they fought each other. But at the same time, it could be that Kenpachi and Yachiru who would be heart and mind. Now let me explain real quick. In a nutshell, Yachiru is always with Kenpachi, and Kenpachi doesn't usually think about things. He just has this overall thirst for battle, while Yachiru is more so when giving Kenpachi support and assistance. Now I know that that may not be fully accurate and factual, but knowing this, it would make sense that Yachiru will be of mind attribute and Kenpachi being of heart. Now where would that lead us? Well, let's assume that Kenpachi and Retsu were both heart and mind. What would Yachiru be? Well, considering how Yachiru is, I believe she may be of technique attribute. Why is this? Firstly, Yachiru will most likely be a melee character due to how she battles, and so far, there are no technique melee manga characters. We only have Byakuya, who is ranged. Now I know that Yachiru is very strong considering her small stature and also very fast, which gives her a small chance of being power attribute or speed. But considering we already have a speed version of Yachiru, it's very unlikely that she'll be speed. Now I don't think she'll be power either, but there is a small chance. because her direct competition in terms of manga characters would be Toshiro, and we all know how he is. Hence why I believe she would most likely be technique with a small chance of being power. Now let's switch things up. Let's assume that Kenpachi and Yachiru were actually heart and mind. What would Retsu be? When Retsu fought Kenpachi, she was crossing swords with him, using her blade to fight. Therefore, she will also be extremely likely to being a melee character. In terms of attribute, I have to say that I believe she would also be technique in this case, for the same reasons as to why Yachiru would be technique as well, but also due to the fact that Retsu was overall known for her Kido skills and her technique and swordsmanship. Now I know you guys may be thinking that I left Kenpachi out, but there's absolutely no way that Caleb will make him a ranged character. It won't make sense. Also, if he actually gets flurry, he would have to be heart attribute because Sajin is of mind attribute. And it wouldn't make sense for Kenpachi to not have a neutral attribute with flurry as a manga character while Sajin does. Caleb did state that the manga characters would be their strongest form for their character. So for example, Thousand Year Blood War Toshiro would be the strongest form of Toshiro for the game. So this is my analysis pretty much done. I know that I could also predict the strong attacks that they would use, however I would rather enjoy myself and let my imagination go wild and not expect anything. But for those that really want me to guess, I'll just predict their third strong attacks. Retsu would have the highest chance of obtaining a full screen strong attack, while Kenpachi and Yachiru would have a slightly lower chance compared to Retsu, but their chances of getting a full screen attack are equal to each other. But hey, that's just the theory.
Hi, I'm Ajit Pai.
In any case, this has been my analysis and my take on the new manga. I may have made some factual errors during the video, so I would hope that you can let me off and perhaps let me know in the comments down below. This is my first time doing a more news type video and I hope you guys enjoy. It's been your boy Nitrostorm and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.